In this video, we'll discuss primary and secondary sources, which are very important in our study of social studies. So first, what is a primary source? A primary source provides a first-hand account or direct evidence concerning a particular topic. Primary sources are produced by people who participated in or witnessed the event. Primary sources provide a variety of points of view and perspectives of events, issues, people, and places, and these records can be found anywhere. The most important thing to remember about primary sources is that they were created by someone with that first-hand experience of an event. So they were actually there when the event occurred. Okay? Examples of primary sources. You have diaries or memoirs, interviews, letters, particular documents can be primary sources, speeches, photographs, surveys, audio recordings, video recordings, and art. So why do we need to know how to analyze a primary source? By analyzing primary sources, you can increase your understanding of historical people, an event, or places. Analyzing primary sources or primary source evidence can help to reconstruct historical events. Okay, so you can actually find out what happened during that time. So how do you analyze a primary source? So these are a couple steps that you need to use or actually implement when you are looking at a primary source. The first thing, identify the author or the creator of the source, determine when and where the source was written or illustrated, read the document or study the illustration or artifact. So when analyzing a primary source, you want to try, in other words, to answer the following questions. What is that primary source? Is it a letter? Is it a memoir? Is it a photograph? Who created it? Where is it from? When exactly was it created? And the most important one is number 5. What information does this primary source reveal? What does this primary source tell you about that historical time period, person, event, or idea? So we've talked about primary sources. Let's figure out what a secondary source is. A secondary source is information that was created later by someone who did not experience firsthand or participate in the events or conditions you are researching. Secondary sources are often based on primary sources. So here are some examples of secondary sources. Textbook, encyclopedia, a book review, or informational text about an event, person, or place. So what exactly is the difference between a primary and a secondary source? While primary sources are the original records created by first-hand witnesses in an event, secondary sources are documents, texts, images, and objects about an event created by someone who typically referenced a primary source for that information.